Hello there, Season 13 is right around the corner, so of course we're all waiting for that to drop, but I wanted to do a video and I haven't done a build vid for ages. Not because I haven't wanted to, it's just there's no real difference between a build from 3 years ago to a build today, so it's kinda like beating a dead horse. This is why we really need a complete overhaul and rebalance to the weapon system. Gotta spice it up with some real changes, get those new metas going, but until such a time, for anyone out there looking for an up-to-date Stealth Commando build, this video is for you. And of course, it's going to be a bloodied build. You're on Nightmare's channel, but got some full health stuff coming soon in a different format, so keep an eye out for that. But for our weapon of choice, we have gone with the Fixer. I got my bloodied faster fire rate, faster reload roll here, so a pretty nice roll. Anti-armor is of course another great choice, and for full health users out there, the go-to choice. For other routes, you can take quad or vampires. Vampires always welcome, and quad is particularly useful in boss situations for that sustained DPS. For a different weapon, you can go for a handmade instead. It's my favorite commando choice, but haven't used my Fixer in a while, so that's why it's getting the spotlight today. But as expected, nothing standing in the way of our Fixer here. Bigger targets like the Behemoths and Deathclaws are getting absolutely destroyed quickly and easily, and all your regular mobs that you can think of also not putting up any resistance for this build. Good old Fixer will also serve you very nicely against the two new cryptids coming along in Season 13. You'll be slaying the Werewolf and Alligator Snapping Turtle. Yes, I know they have different names in game, but it's what they are. But the point being, you'll be just fine rocking your Fixer build. Of course, for armor, we do have a full unyielding set. Doesn't really matter which armor you go for, but I am using the Secret Service armor here. And for mutations, Adrenal Reaction is important. Eagle Eyes is great as well. Marsupial to give us those nice jumps, and besides a couple of mutations, which I never touch, you're good to rock pretty much whatever mutations you want really, so mutate away. And then the biggest part of the build, the perk cards. So Perception and Agility, the most important categories for us, and where the majority of our damage is going to be coming from. Strength, we do have Traveling Pharmacy and Bandolier for those weight reduction effects. I have the perk points to afford a lot of other random stuff, so Bare Arms is always there for me, because I carry far too much stuff, but chuck that if you don't need it. Blocker also great for survivability, especially on days when stealth decides to be a broken mechanic, and when enemies have their mutated effects, it can help you survive as well. Perception, we have Tank Killer, the most important card there, as well as a single rank in the Commando perk cards, with Concentrated Fire for VATS, and Ground Pounder for some faster reloading. Over in Endurance, Fireproof for survivability, and Radical, since we are bloodied, it boosts our strength so we can carry even more. Charisma, Tenderizer is great for damage, and Lone Wanderer if you are solo. If you're playing on teams, then Inspirational and Strange in Numbers is the go. For Intelligence, Nerd Rage is important. I have batteries included and Portable Power, again, because I carry far too much stuff and I can afford them and swap between a lot of builds. If you can't and don't, then chuck them, so don't worry about that. And also some Gunsmith for our durability. Agility, very important for our stealth and damage. Got our AP Refresh here, COVID Op and Adrenaline, boosting our damage very nicely. Gung Fu also giving us a damage boost. If you don't use VATS, then get rid of that. Sneak to make sure we stay hidden, and Escape Artist to help our stealth as well. And finishing things off over in Luck, Starch Genes and Class Freak important for our mutations. I love Grim Reaper Sprint to keep our AP filled, and it's just a great quality of life perk card. Better VATS criticals boosting our damage. If you don't use VATS, then chuck in something like Bloody Mess instead. Serendipity, great card for survivability as well. Legendary perk cards, I do have 3 special stat boosters. Follow Through is important for your stealth range damage boost. Sizzling Style and Funky Duds for survivability, especially when certain mutated modifiers are around and active. If you're on teams, then chuck either of those for taking one for the team instead. And it all comes together to form the bloodied Stealth Commando build. Let me know if there's some different cards that you always use on your commando builds in the comments below, but hopefully this helps you out. If you enjoyed, do me a favor, hit that like button, consider subscribing, but for now, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.